Starting out as a music producer is one of the most exciting journeys, but it comes with its fair share of challenges. If you're a new producer, don't worry, you're not alone in facing these struggles. I've been producing and mixing, mastering for over 10 years now. I've worked with hundreds of music artists who've put their music on Spotify and all other major streaming platforms. And now I'm able to do this for a living. So I just want to highlight some of the common obstacles that you might come up against and give you some insight into how to overcome them. First of all, I want to talk about being emotionally attached to your beats. I'm guilty, I've been there. I've made beats. I've said to myself, I'm going to save this on the hard drive for Tiny Temper. Was one of the artists. I had a beat, it was an absolute banger. I said I'm gonna say that for Tiny Temper and I didn't. Tried reaching out to him, didn't work, and in the end I just put that beat on my website. You've got to get to a point of not being so emotionally attached to your beats, because if you've made a banger, then chances are you're gonna do that again. It's in you to create, so you will do that again. Came across another producer who said he's quitting selling beats because he was tired of artists buying his beats and not putting them out. So he was there waiting for them to release music and they didn't, and he felt like his beats was being wasted, which is entirely up to him. That's his choice, but for me, I just don't believe in quitting. So being emotionally attached to your beats, it's not gonna do you any favours. So if you can get past that point, it's gonna help you to make a living from your music. So the second thing is not having clear, concise plans. So it's like jumping in your car and not having somewhere to go. You're just gonna sit there and try and think of somewhere to go. I don't know if that's the best analogy, but it's all I can think of at the moment. Yeah, you just need a clear and concise plan. You don't need to have like a day-to-day like how I do and some other people do with writing down everything daily, but it does help. And I'm sure I put some quotes up on my Insta about having goals, and if you don't have a goal, where are you going? You're just going to stay where you are. So the third thing is only trying to impress producers. I get it, I understand. You want people to say, yeah bro, sis, that beat bangs. I get it. And it's nice to get peer validation, but you don't really need it. If you're doing your thing, you don't really need it. They'll see you doing your thing and they'll appreciate what you're doing from a distance. But it's not, you have to kind of try and get away from actually trying to impress producers. Yes, they will buy your drum packs or download your drum packs and jump on the journey that you're on, but it's not, that shouldn't be your focus. I think for some as well, it could be a possibility of thinking if they get in with this certain producer who's on a certain level, that it will help develop their career, which that can happen, but like I said, I won't make that your focus. Fourth thing, blaming others for where you are at the moment, making excuses. You have to be accountable for what you're doing with your life. It's not my fault, it's not the other producer's fault why your career hasn't developed. They're not taking a chunk of your success because they're successful, or yeah, you are where you are because just based on your decisions in life. And if you're not doing the work, then you can't complain about the results. So the fifth struggle is just the technical side of things, understanding your DAW, which DAW to use, understanding music theory, mix and mastering. Yeah, these things can be daunting, but at the same time, they don't necessarily have to hold you back, because there's so much resources online where you can either get someone to mix and master your stuff like me or another engineer. There's YouTube videos, there's Google articles, there's so much online that you can find to help you. And yeah, I know it can be overwhelming. Whose advice do you take? Who do you listen to? But that's where you have to start being a bit, what's the word I'm looking for now? Where you have to do your due diligence and just work out who's for you, who you vibe with, whose advice you're going to take, and make your mistakes. And that's how you grow, by making your mistakes. So the sixth thing is workflow efficiency. I've made so many different videos on Logic Pro. You might not be a Logic Pro user, but still you get the idea. Just having a workflow that suits you. That could be templates, that could be your day-to-day routine, that could be your productivity, how you get things done, how productive are you in the day. And these are some things that I struggled with early on when I started making beats. I was just watching YouTube videos and seeing how other producers doing their thing and how they managed to get to a certain point in their careers and in their lives, and a lot of it boiled down to just workflow efficiency, how they set up their DAW, how they set up their day, their week. It does work. Let me know if you want me to do a video on how I schedule my day-to-day plans and life. So the seventh thing I want to talk about is creative block, running out of ideas. Think you've made your last best beat, that's it, done. What do I do next? I've been there. There's times when I'm working on other artists' music and I don't have time to make beats, and then I go back to make a beat and nothing is coming out. I feel that's it. And I start listening to some old ones. I think, how did I make that? Like, where was I in my life at that point that I made that banger? And then step out the studio, take some time away, go and play a bit of FIFA, whatnot, draw some inspiration, listen to other music and stuff, and then I go back, and then we're back to making bangers. So if you do stumble across the creative block, it's okay. It's just part of the process. It's part of the journey. That means you just need to step away. I would just say step away from the studio, go out, have some fun, do something, go get some fresh air and play some video games. Don't overthink it. Take your mind off music for a bit. Listen to some different type of music, something that you probably wouldn't even listen to. You'd be surprised because you can draw some inspiration from different genres. So the 8th thing is mix and mastering. You might not feel comfortable with mix and mastering. You feel like your beats or your music it's not quite up to that level yet, and yeah, this can make you feel depressed because you play your song, your beat, and then you play one that's already established, and you're thinking, might as well quit. What's the point? But like I said earlier, there's so much info online. There's courses, there's free YouTube videos, there's schools, even colleges, where you can go and learn how to do this, and just it will seriously step up your music and help you. If you don't feel like doing it, don't feel like you've got the talent or the time to do that, then outsource it. There's engineers out there who will happily take your work on, take on your music, and yeah, obviously you're gonna have to pay them, but they will do that happily. The 9th thing, let's talk about network and promotion. Just building a nice, solid, authentic, organic, if you can, network online. Build your social media presence. Let artists see you. Let producers see you. Let sync agents see you doing your thing, working all the time and creating good music. And this will help to promote you and get you in the right places. It might feel like a struggle. You might not want to get in front of the camera like how I do, which is something that I've got more comfortable with over time. I feel like if you're looking to grow your business and grow your presence and your reach, then I feel like video is the way forward. Even if you're just doing beat making videos and you're showing how you created your beat and you don't want to talk, I feel like video is the way forward because it's helped me so much in just posting videos on Instagram, a little bit of TikTok, and definitely here on YouTube, because I've had a lot of clients, artists, producers reaching out to me on Insta saying, oh, I've seen your video on YouTube, and it's always nice to know that my videos are reaching. And yeah, I appreciate everyone that's hit me up on Insta through me just posting me working and sharing knowledge. It's amazing. So yeah, if you can jump on that, that definitely help you to push forward. So the 10th thing I want to talk about is relying on one source of income. This for me is you have to be so careful, because yes, it's nice to have a stable job that you know at the end of the month is definitely going to pay you, but if you're going to do this thing as a music producer and mix engineer, freelancer, you're going to need other sources of income. So if you've got one source of income, say for example you're selling beats and your beats dry up, then what are you going to do? So you need to have other things in place, and that's what I'll talk about in the next video, how my different streams of income allows me to run my business. See you over there.